All right. 3, 2, 1. How y'all doing today? We Talk Fast podcast. I'm with my boy Zoe,
Yo,
and today we have a special guest for y'all. I'm not gonna lie, this was a high school teammate of mine. I remember just watching him play. You feel me? Like his skill set literally is the title big guard. Like he can do scoring all three levels. North
real point
Georgia,
forward.
point forward, still can handle the rock, still can do anything he can. He is a two-time National Player of the Year for North Georgia. Definitely killed over there for the Nighthawks. He also played for Chattanooga, and now he's continuing his career professionally in Finland for the team Oki. So the Korihait Sharks. I want to give a big introduction to the athlete of the week today, Franklin Champion.
Yo, what's going on, man? I appreciate you having me on here, my boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So definitely, Frank. I just want to know how has everything been. You feel me? Like I know you in
Uh,
Finland right now. The whole
yeah,
environment and temperature. How is that over there?
I mean, it's definitely something different. I mean, for me, it's like it's cold. That's the one thing I got to get used to. It's like it's been snowing for probably 2 months straight now, almost. But
Damn.
like that environment, the city I'm in, it's a little, it's a smaller city. I was actually in Latvia before I played here. I was in Latvia for like 2 months, and that was
Mm.
different. That was like I was playing in their capital, which was a bigger city, had probably about a million people in it. But this city only has about maybe 20,000, so it's smaller. Slower life. You know what I'm saying? We from Atlanta, east side of Atlanta, so it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of people, a lot of friends. So here, like life is different. It's really just basketball every day, honestly. Which is, I signed up for it, so I ain't complaining. But got to start somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. I feel like we all over here proud for you. Like you doing something that
No cap.
most of us can't even do at this point. You following your dreams and then you playing professionally. Something that a lot of people can't tell you that they've done.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna just start it off. Frank, I know you've been playing basketball for a young age. What made you first fall in love with the sport of basketball?
I think it's funny every time I hear that question because, like, my dad works at Lucia Sanders.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so,
I remember y'all was
yeah,
kids, bro. That shit
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So,
You and your
like, for me
brother.
and my little brother, like,
Uh,
it was kind of almost like we were put into it with no choice, like, just being there. But, like, being in the gym every day, being around the gym, like, having to come there after school all the time, like, it kind of just grew on you. Like, it's like just second nature at this point. Like my dad, he hooped a little bit growing up, but like he wasn't no big hooper. He wasn't like no high school athlete or no college or nothing like that. But like, we were just around basketball all the time. So I think for me and my brother, it just became, our lifestyle. And like you just, I just fell in love with it just being in it. I never, you had dreams of, playing in NBA or doing that. Like that's what you think of. But I never really thought, what exactly that would look like for me. But I mean, I always knew that I loved the game, and I always felt like I was pretty talented. Once I got to that point where I could tap into that point, it was no telling where God could take me with it.
Definitely. I feel like something that, you know what I'm saying, is just something that's memorable. You feel me? It's something you can always keep in your heart. I'll definitely let Zoe go to the next question. I got a lot of questions. I ain't gonna count, but I ain't gonna ball hog the questions on that. You feel me?
Yeah.
shoot, I was just gonna ask you how your transition was, and like going from college to deciding, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go play overseas. Like, what that transition like? Um, I'm knowing you seen a whole different type of shit person. Like you seen all types of different type of people over there, bro. Like different
Yeah.
from here, different females, different clubs, different food. Like what that's like.
I think for me, I mean, since I went to even going to college, like going from Lithonia to going to play in Dahlonega, Georgia, that was a different culture of me going to,
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying, different
yeah,
aspects. So for me, like I've always been able to just like adapt to my environments, go to like I feel like that was one of my key traits that I think is helpful for me and I'm blessed to have because I can
definitely.
go to
Yeah,
different situations and be like, like I'm first off I'm interested and intrigued to try new things. Like, I'm not one of them people that like if I go somewhere I'm like, ah man, like I'm this junk's trash. Like I ain't gonna be
yeah,
trying to experience the culture. Like I'm not
yeah.
gonna try to, build into it. So I think that's the biggest thing. Just having that mind, like wanting to be in a part of the culture, experience the culture, and wanting to like be open to new things because you like it's gonna be different. Like, and so I think for going to college for me, I mean going from college to professional for me, it was just like I'm getting a chance to see the world. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
like my parents, a lot of my family, like they still live in Lithonia. Like they ain't got the
Yeah.
chance to move and grow and change our generation. So for me, it's like I'm getting to go experience them type of things, and I'm open to that type of mindset. Where it's like I'm gonna be here. I know it's gonna be new food. I know I'm probably gonna be alone. I know I ain't got. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the locker room. I don't understand half of what they saying.
Yeah.
So different. You know what I'm saying? It's like I get to tell these stories to my kids one day and to people just to come back, like this, get to come back and share that experiences. So for me, honestly, it was just being open to trying new things and appreciating the blessing. Honestly, that's just kind of how my mindset is going into it.
Yeah, that's hard, bro. Respect, respect, respect. You ain't
So
found you no oh my fault, go ahead again.
no,
Go
you
ahead,
good,
go
you
ahead.
good, brother.
I was gonna say, you ain't found you no little Finnish girlfriend over there, bro.
Nah. I got a shorty back at the crib, so I
Okay, okay.
can't even
Respect,
do all that.
respect,
Yeah.
respect.
So I mean, Frank.
Yo.
So who do you think had the biggest influence for you playing basketball? I mean, this is from when you was a champion to now that you're playing in Finland. Who do you believe had the biggest inspiration to you and why?
I mean, that's a good question. I feel like I've had so many like I've really been blessed with so many different people that's so many avenues and so many like outlets and like different 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 voices, different guidance. I've definitely would say my dad for sure. I mean, he put me in opportunities to be able to even play basketball. Like if he wouldn't have had that job, if he wouldn't like I think of all the time like me and my brother, we didn't go up like going to trainers or playing on no big AAU teams or doing none of that, but like we just had the luxury to be in the gym all the time and like playing with older guys and playing in open gyms and like it just helped create that talent, that confidence, and that like that natural feel. And I think like I would give that to him. Him sacrificing and being able he could have easily just been like putting us off to other people or like putting us in daycare somewhere doing that, but like he just allowed us to come be with him and kind of see those different avenues. So I think that, and then of course like I feel like high school like we talked about Arabian like I spent 3 years there, and I definitely feel like I like learned myself and learned my game. And I think once I like got to go to Lithonia, like Coach Corker really like helped me tap into like the potential of what I was able really to do. Like I would always hear people say like you could be a good player, like you're good, you're talented, this and that, but like he kind of helped me hone down on those things that like this is what it's gonna take if you want to be a high level basketball player. Like you play the right way, you do all that, but like what I'm saying, playing when I'm playing next to Eric Gaines, a 4-star who's going to LSU, like he showed me like, hey, these guys they're coming to see him, but like if you show you know how to play with a guy like that and know how to add
Mm-hmm.
value, like teams will love that. Whether that's D2, D3,
Yeah.
JUCO, you know what I'm saying? For me, it's like, all right, I'm gonna get a chance to play college. And once I got to North Georgia, I was blessed to get a coach like Dan Evans who really had confidence in me. Like from a freshman, I came in there, it was like, hey man, you like if you can do it, if you're gonna put the work in, like do what you do. And like by my sophomore year, he handed me the keys and allowed me to, carry that team and lead that team to help turn around the program. And it was a lot, and it was a core of us who got to do that. But him really like trusting in me, allowing me to get that confidence. And it's something that, a lot of basketball players, like confidence is key. And having a coach that's
Confidence is
confident in
key.
you, letting you do those type of things, be free. Because my game is like it's a free game. Like I like to just play. I like to, you got to work and be able to, back up those things that they allow you to do. But like he would let me do that. And so when I got to Chattanooga, it was like, man, I've done this for 4 years. Like I got the ropes basically handed to me, and it was a different aspect for me. And I ended up breaking my ankle when I first got there. But like even same there, like the coach had trust in me, and once I got back and showed him what I was capable of, like we hit the ground running. And I would say when I got to Latvia, like I was in a kind of a different fit, and it kind of didn't work out the best way it could. But like, I kind of just trusted God's plan. I ended up at Korihait, and I ended up back in the situation where the coach is like, "Hey man, I see your game. I trust your abilities. Like I'm allow you to do what you do." And he kind of handed me those same things, and I feel like I've been thriving in this situation since I've been here, just because of those type of reasons.
And I feel like that's just respect at the end of the day. I mean, what you did for North Georgia is something that needs to be researched. If I'm saying that, then it's like something you did outstanding. Like, bro, you are the all-time leader for North Georgia in points and
Yeah,
rebounds.
that's
Hearing
cold.
that, yeah, hearing that accolade, like, how does that make you feel? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah,
knowing you put all the hard work into now that it's paying off. How does
yeah.
that kind of make you feel?
It's crazy you say that. Now, so I'm not the. I'm second time. I'm second in scoring now because AJ just broke my record this year. Though
Oh, AJ the guard?
yeah. He broke it.
Ah,
He did now this year. Yeah, but it's crazy. Like to think of when I'm coming into North Georgia, when when I got the opportunity to come there, like I'm not thinking, oh man, I'm a you know be one of the first player of the years here, or be leading scorer, or have the opportunity, break records, lead a team. I'm just thinking, hey man, I'm getting an opportunity to play basketball. So like all the added, it's a blessing. So it's like when I finish and to know that I got to leave the type of legacy that I did, it definitely makes me proud. Appreciate the opportunities. Appreciate. It just shows you what God can do when you just really trust in Him. I feel like when I was leaving, Arabia, like I tore my meniscus. Like I really didn't know what
Oh, I didn't
basketball was.
even know that.
Like yeah,
oh,
and
that
I
was
tore.
Clarkson game too.
Yep. And I tore it again my freshman year of college, right at the end of our season. I'm like, man, dang, I don't know how this is gonna look like. But like, just trusting the process, trusting what God kind of got planned for me. And I think that for me, it was just like, it just helped me have the mindset to like, get to be able to achieve all the things I got to achieve at North Georgia. And when I look back at it, like, records gonna get broken, all those things are gonna happen. But it's like, I get to say that I was the first to do a lot of stuff that I know, like, when I look back on it, it's like I made my impact. And regardless of, what that looks like now, I know, and the people who was in that journey with me know, like, what that kind of meant.
And
For
I
sure.
feel like, yeah, it's respect. I'm gonna definitely let Zoe say the question, but I'm gonna just say, like, bro, 2-time Peach Belt Conference Player of the Year. I mean, you had a lot of accolades, like all region first team. You were even All American 2 times. So I
Yep.
mean, definitely like that's something a lot of people haven't
Can't
done.
say they done. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people can't say they done that. So like definitely like shout out to you and everything you've put in. I know the work you
Appreciate
have
that,
put
brother.
in. Hell yeah, especially you having to leave Arabia. I know how that was. I know like once you left there, I knew that it was gonna open up way more for you. Gonna have a lot of more opportunities. So
Yeah.
definitely shout out to you, especially with the hard work you put in through this literally 5-6 years, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Appreciate that, bro.
yes, sir.
My next question, bro, I'm gonna just ask you like, knowing like after you tearing your meniscus, what's your pregame? Like how you prepare? Like how are you preparing before you tore it, and then after? Like how do you prepare? Like, cause I'm knowing I tore my patella, bro, so I'm knowing like getting
Yeah.
back on the court, you kind of was like shaky, like you know what I'm saying, you don't
Yeah.
move the same, you kind of like worry like, oh, I'm a step wrong and tear my shit again, somebody might
Yeah.
run into it. Like how do you get over that, and how you prepare for the games now? How do you prepare for them in college?
It's honestly kind of crazy because I feel like I've gotten more athletic each time after I've done it. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to do that just to have to get more athletic. But like
Yeah,
Ahaji knows, like junior year, at Arabia, like I wasn't dunking. I wasn't dunking in game. I mean, I was 6'5" still, but like
I
I could
remember,
play.
bro.
I
I
was
seen you play. I'm already knowing.
Yeah, wasn't no athlete. Like I wasn't no crazy athlete. Like I could move. I had speed and all that stuff. So like honestly, the rehab kind of made me like, because I've torn my meniscus 3 times actually. Like I literally just tore it most recently in April or March this 2025. Like at the end of my last season of college. But it's like for me, it's just like really you just got to attack the rehab hard. Like injuries, that's the biggest thing about it. Like the same thing, attacking the rehab hard, trusting God. Like I know when I get in them situations, it's like everybody's first response is like, "Dang, like why me? Like why I had to be me in this
Hmm.
situation?" And I feel like my preparation, it wasn't even a problem, but it was more so just getting stronger. And I think for me, each time like I gotten those injuries, like I've had the opportunities. Okay, let me sit back and get to focus on the certain muscles and certain things around it. And each time I feel like they've helped me like actually also add other values didn't really, have like the most recent time when I tore my meniscus, like at Chattanooga. Like Chattanooga, I had 2 injuries in one season. I had one at the beginning of the season. We played really good, and right before we got to the March Madness, I tore my meniscus again, so I had to miss the whole playoffs. And like that was hard for me because I knew I was going into pro right after that. I knew what my plans was. I knew what my goals was, and for me, it was like, like why now? Like all of the time, but I would just pray about it, sit down, and and I feel like God was just trying to show me, the other options and avenues that I can create through that, and like show me how to be more of a leader, like being supportive of my teammates. Like we had some guys that stepped up and like, like not saying I want to take credit, but I like humbly believe like me being motivated and coaching them up like they were freshmen and like they ended up like having to like the stretch of their life just like off of like me showing and being able to give stuff that I learned from the game. And I think it helped me show, get different perspectives. And so then sitting back and working and getting that, like now I feel like I got my step back, my jump back, right back to where I was. So really getting back on the court, it wasn't, each time I've came back, I haven't been not confident, I would say, honestly, like, because I've been like, I'll attack the rehab, like, going in every day, 2 days, like if I can, recovery, what I'm saying, trying to just stay on top of those things now. Some days my knees hurt more than others out here for sure, but as far as just like, a preparation standpoint, I think I do a pretty good job of trying to maintain it.
Yeah, that's good, bro. That's definitely good. Cause I know when I tore my shit, bro, I damn sure like I'm in the ambulance, bro, and I'm like, bro, there's no way this happened to me, bro. Like
Yeah,
you like usually, people tear their shit jumping or running, like you step wrong, like somebody ran into my knee like on a fast break and my
yeah,
shit just popped, bro.
yeah, yeah.
And
It sucks. I feel like each injury I've had, each way they happen, like I could show you a video of each one, and you'll be like, "Bro, it's no way you got hurt doing that." Like it's the same movements
yeah,
that I've done a million
1,000
times
times,
in my
yeah.
life, and it's like, dang, like that, like not like none of them have been like God, I don't want like have no crazy nothing like that, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of but it's the way it works. It's the sport we play. You got to just kind of take it and roll with it.
For
That's
sure, for
respect.
sure.
Respect. Um, I have another question. So, what was the transition? I know Zoe did ask about a transition from like college to professional, but what are things that you kind of seen different? I know I've heard some people say it's gonna be more hand checking. I know some people said it's more physical out there playing in the pros. What are like the pros and cons that you've experienced playing in the pros? Do you believe that it's easier knowing that you're faster than them, or do you
Say,
think that it's
say that first part again. You had went out for a little bit. Say that part again.
so basically, like, what was the transition like from college to professional? Like, was it like hard to transition to? Was it like I know it's more hand checking and it's like more physical back there in the pros? Is this something that you're able to like kind of get used to, or is something that you're still
Yeah.
kind of working on?
Honestly, the biggest difference I'll say right now is one, the refs suck. Like I don't know,
Hmm.
I'm not in the NBA, so I don't got to worry about getting fined for saying that type of stuff. But like, man, they like that. It's almost as if they got vendettas against Americans out here. That's the biggest thing. Like, and
Hmm.
I've always had my run-ins with the referee, like not in a bad way. Like I always have my relationship. Like I'm like if you one of my teammates or somebody like my coaches, like they know I'm always talking to the
Yeah,
refs. Like the refs, I always like I got a good like I got a it's like a love hate relationship almost. Like we respect each other and like but I'll get on them in times and it's like out here they're so different. Like I've got a couple out here that I'm like I can talk to and we're cool with, but like out here they're very like ego based. Like they like most I think a good referee is one that's like refereeing is a hard job. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's easy, but I
Yeah,
think a good referee is one that's like they can be consistent, they're approachable, and they're like they don't involve themselves in the game, like they don't
yep.
try to control the game in themselves.
yeah,
Out here, the refs are very like egotistical, like they want it to be known, like I'm refing this game,
I'm
and
in
like
charge of this.
I'm in charge of them. And it's
Yeah,
like what I'm saying. There'll be times where you just try to talk to them, ask them simple questions or little stuff like that, and it's just like bro, why are you doing all that? But I'll say the professional level is it's physical. The physicality is like a lot of fouls that you can get away with. I mean, that you get away with out here, you won't get away with in college. Like, what I'm saying? In college, I shot like 7 free throws a game. You know what I'm saying? Some games out here, like I'll shoot 0. Some games I might shoot a good bit, like but I play inside out, so it's like it's no reason I shouldn't be shooting 5 free throws a game.
yeah.
yeah.
Like
Facts.
those But I've been kind of getting used to the physicality. But as far as like pound for pound talent wise, I think college was definitely a harder to play than over here. Like it's harder to get to professional, but college is like there's so much more game planning, so much more like tactical things involved in it, like the scouting, all of those things, like the defense, all that stuff is so much more that's put into it. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? We like in college we would have film, we would have film before practice for an hour, 15 about a team. Then we'd come back after practice and watch film for another hour of how we're gonna attack this. After going in practice for 2.5 hours, game planning for that. And then you come and play this team again. And it's like, you know what I'm saying, everybody they know you from the back of your hand. So, it's harder to like get off and harder to score and harder to do that thing. That's why, you see a lot of guys that are like a guy that may be talented in college and he may not, he may have averaged 6 or 7 points or whatever, and then he goes to professional and he gets an opportunity. He's like, dang man, he averaging like 20 or something now, because it's like it's a lot of scoring bases. Like the floor is more open. Teams are strategizing against you, but it's not like the same in college. It's not like as detailed. They don't know everything. They don't have all these different tactics. So from that aspect, I'll say professional is definitely, easier in that point. At least the level I'm at now. Of course, as you get up there and you get to the Euro League and all that, like it's more, more stuff they put into it.
Ain't gonna lie, that's respect for real. God, that's respect.
No cap. No cap. So I definitely want to ask or say, because you said college easier, and I kind of
Harder.
I could
College
see
is
where
harder.
or harder. Yeah, that's what I meant. College is harder, and I kind of could see that. And I just feel like, and you might agree, like when you playing in college, bro, like people still got that hunger, bro. Like they still
Yeah.
real hungry, bro. Whereas you kind of you make it to the league or you go play professional. Some people get kind of content, like, all right, I'm here, I'm finna play this season and just get through the season, and you know what I'm saying, I'm back with my family, or
Yeah.
uh, do do you see, like the same work ethic from like your teammates or other players that you seen in college? Like, are guys still humble to where they waking up early, they getting shots up, like they
Yeah.
watching film, like, what I'm saying, like they dedicated to watching film, they
Yeah.
dedicated to practice. Like, do you
I
still
would
see that where you at now?
I would say the mindset in that standpoint is different. I think it's different because like and the professional level, like, this is your job. This is like, like each year, like your contract, like most of the time, like your contract's a year to year. Like, what I'm saying? This is like my job, like where I'm at now is an interview to put on a resume for my next spot. So like,
Yeah.
I think in that aspect, I think you got guys that are more hungrier here, but I think the things that are like, that they care about, like the things that are their focus is different. Like here, it's
Okay.
like, your focus is like most guys is like I'm putting up like I just need to make sure I put up my stats, and however that looks and however they get there, that's kind of all they really care about. It's like if I'm putting my numbers up, if I'm doing what I do. But then you have those guys that's like, okay, I'm gonna play the right way, I'm gonna make sure I take care of this, I'm gonna make sure I carry myself about that. And that will be a good way to lead them to the next path. There's different ways. Some people are like, yeah, if you can put up the great stats and do this and that, you can go up. But like if you're putting up great stats and doing this and your team's not winning,
Yeah.
you're not a
Empty
coachable
stats.
player.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If you're like you're like your coach doesn't really like you, like your teammates don't like you, like then when you go to get that next job and then the coach is calling back, okay, oh, how is this guy? Well, yeah, he put up 25 points, but like he showed up late every day. He don't play defense. He don't really care about this. He couldn't, his teammates didn't like playing with him because he doesn't know how to get them involved. Like that hurts your resume way more than a guy that comes in and is like, hey, this guy plays the right way. He's about the right things. He's into the culture. People love him. Like he's coachable. He works hard. And then I think versus college, the difference is it's just like you said, more. It's less on the line, but everybody's values are a little bit different, because you're kind of like obligated to do a lot more. Like
Mm-hmm.
professional, you get a lot of freedom, but college is
Yeah.
like, hey, you got to report to this. You got to be here for this, at this certain time, or you're gonna get in trouble. Can't play. You got to be here for this at this certain time, or you can't play. You're gonna get in
Yeah.
trouble. And I think that those things just instill a mindset into you where you're like, okay, let me see what I can do to like keep up with this and keep up with everybody's doing, because you got everybody in there that's setting the precedent. It's like, okay, I got to make sure I maintain that. And for a
Yeah.
professional, it's like, every man's for themselves. And I think each person has their own way of how they go about everything. Like even now, like I'm not a get up early in the morning, go get work out, do this type person. Like, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna get my work in, I'm gonna do what I do. But I'm more of, I like to have my sleep, so I'm gonna get mine on
Yeah.
my schedule, on my
Yeah.
time, kind of do it. But like, long as you know what I'm saying, long as you know
As
how to
long as you
balance
do it.
yourself,
Yeah.
know what works well for you. I think that's the biggest thing, and how you attack that and approach it.
Yeah. Respect. Respect. That's smooth.
So, how important was mental toughness to you, Frank, compared to physical talent? And how did you handle pressure at a young age? I'm talking about freshman or Lithonia or even Arabia champion. How were you handling pressure? And if the pressure was there, how was mental toughness helping you compared to the physical talent?
Yeah, I think mentally is very important. I think it's one of my things that I strive in because I tell myself all the time I really don't even see pressure honestly. Like you feel it, you do feel it, whatever. But like most of the time when I like attack the day, when I think of basketball, when I'm attacking that type of stuff, like I'm just out here having fun, man. Like I'm just out here playing. Like I know the work I put in, I know my capabilities, I know what I can do, and so my mindset has always been like, hey man, I'm just gonna go out here, I'm gonna do what I do, and if it don't go that way, then I know what to come back to and what to work on. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fall short sometimes, but it's like I've tried to like, make sure that I don't let that pressure get too big for me. Like I
Yeah.
don't like think about, when I go into games, I'm not thinking about, okay, man, I need to do this, I need to do that to make sure I can, I need to make sure I have these stats, I need to make sure I perform like this. It's like, in my head, it's like I know I've been blessed to have the talent to perform, so I'm gonna go out here and perform. Like I'm in control. Like I got the capability of doing this. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna control what I can control and make sure that happens. Like yeah, you're gonna have bad games. Yeah, you're gonna have mistakes, and it's like in those moments, it's like yeah, it happens. But for me, it's like as long as I'm having that mentality of like I know the abilities what God gave me and what He has allowed me to do and what the work I put into it, like can't nobody really take that from me. And so it's like that's my mentality of like yeah. So when I say that's why I say mental toughness is not because a lot of people don't have that mentality. Like, but if you put that mentality in your head early and you kind of still that, like I've had that mentality since I've been younger. Like I've always thought I was the best guy out here. Like even when I was not even in like a cocky or any way like that, but like I would see like, oh man, these guys are ranked or these dudes or this and that, and I know like I grew up playing with them and doing all that, and it's like
You
I know
better
I
than
can
them.
keep up with them any day,
Yeah.
like they, saying they respect me as much as I respect them because it's like, I may not have the name or may not have that big status that they have, but like they know if like we go and play basketball and put it on the court, like oh yeah, like Frank gonna be out here.
I ain't gonna
Yes,
lie,
sir.
that's the truth for real. I can't even sit here and say nah, because I ain't gonna lie. We had games, but I don't know how we won that because of Frank. I ain't gonna
Nah,
say.
I agree, bro. Like shit, I watched bro play a few times, and I remember the first time I seen you play, cause I hadn't seen you. I think I used to see you at Lucius. Like I would come up there at Tassim and come hoop and shit. But when cause I graduated 2018, and I believe I came home from college. I came to one of y'all games, and everybody was talking about Frank Champion, and I'm like, damn, that name sound familiar as hell. And I think I seen your little brother. And then I seen you, and I'm like, I ain't know you had got that tall, bro. Like I was like, oh, this motherfucker huge, bro. And like, like you went in there. I forget who y'all played, bro, but you damn near was cooking the whole game. Oh shit, where you go?
I have no clue. I'm about to invite him back. Uh, technical difficulties. We go pause the stream for right now.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what, bro. This only thing out there. Wi-Fi be trash, bro. It be going out. It just cut out. Gotta reset it. Plug it back in.
Damn,
Yeah.
Jump be when I be playing the game.
boy got that
Dang.
Finnish Wi-Fi.
No, for real. That
Niggas got like
that
two
McDonald's
towers.
Wi-Fi.
But no, so Finland gang.
Yo,
I know the food in Finland is good. You gotta tell me like how's that whole cultural
I
experience over there?
I
You
don't know if the
tripping,
food in
Haji? If you
Finland is
think
good.
yeah, I was about to say you
Nah,
wildin',
but
bro.
actually,
I
let me
do.
not even say that.
It's not bad, but it ain't. They don't. I don't think they season their food as much.
I'm trying to think of like a little Finnish, like the Finnish dishes and stuff. Like, and it's not terrible. Like we got a restaurant that we get lunch at every day. They get supplies with lunch, and it's actually pretty decent. Like, but I don't even know if I would call it like Finnish. I guess it's Finnish style food, but it'd be like regular food. Like it'll be burgers, it'll be like salmon, it'll be stuff like that. They food isn't terrible, I'll say. Now Latvia, I ain't gonna lie, Latvia food was good. They food was gas. I ain't gonna lie.
They
I
eat
used
a
to
lot
like.
of fish out there.
Yeah, they do. They eat like because
Yeah.
they're it's right next to the sea and stuff. So they do eat a
Yeah.
lot of like seafood out here. They eat a lot of right now it's cold, so they like a lot of soups, stuff like that. I'm not a big soup guy though, but I'll rock with some every now and then. But nah, yeah, the food is straight. The worst part about here in Finland, because I'm like I told you, I'm in a little small town in Uki, so it's no like none of the no fat. It's no fast food. It's one fast food place here. It's called Hesburger, and it's like a mid version of McDonald's. Like so, it's like, but it's finished on. It's not the worst, but it's like I'm like I don't go
Shit.
there. But it's no
Probably
other
healthier than
fast food.
McDonald's.
It might be a little bit, but nah. But the McDonald's out here are like they way better than the ones back in the state. Like I rock with
I
them out
That's
hear
here.
what,
that.
that's what I
Yeah.
heard too.
I hear that.
Yeah,
No cap.
food be fresher. Like I mean, like the ones back home may taste a little better if you get a like if you go to McDonald's and you get a fresh like all your food fresh, then you got a hit right there. But that's the thing, that's a hit or miss. You ain't gonna get that too
Yeah.
often. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You
If it's a
probably gonna
bunch
get
of
somebody.
teenagers in that bitch,
Yeah,
this
somebody
shit gonna be
somebody gonna be
cold.
mad. Yeah,
Yeah.
cooking. But yeah, nah. So it's like that's the only thing. Like the only places to eat out here is like a real restaurant. So like I be cooking a lot of stuff because I be having to get a lot of groceries and stuff. But it's honestly better for me. Probably save me some bread and I like eat a
Mm-hmm.
lot better. But like when I
Mm-hmm.
was in Latvia, I was in the capital, so they had a bunch of like fast food. We had the McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, like all the other places. Then they had like their own little places, their own little restaurant places that would be open till at least 10 or 11. Like everything here closed at about 9. Like that's the only thing about it. Like a small. That's the only thing about living in a small, slow town. I say that like that sucks. But it's probably better for me because it helped me, keep me out of trouble. Let me just focus on what I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be here for.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, shit. So like, what was the best fast food you done tried? Is it McDonald's? Is it any other? Is it Burger King? Cause I know they don't be using the metric system out there, so they don't be like no quarter pounder. They be like what
Yeah,
Royale
but nah,
shit.
they just call them different stuff though. Like the menus is pretty is the menus is different. Like the things I like about it is that they got different options and different stuff that they don't have back in the states. Like, but I'll say like the McFlurries out here and all that. Like they not touching the ones back home in the states. So like
Mm-hmm.
their Big Mac not hitting probably the same, but like they got like they call their quarter pounder. They just call it like a bacon cheese or like a big bacon cheeseburger or a barbecue, a big bacon burger or something like that. Something like in the same. Like it's like they similar. They just give them different names and stuff. But fast food wise is probably McDonald's. But when I was in Latvia, there was this burger spot called Oka Burger, and it was like that joint was fire. Like me and my boy Frankie that play, he still plays there. We would go there like all the time. It was like eight. They would have $8 lunch specials, and it's like you pay
That's hard.
€8, get a fat burger probably this big. Like it's probably like it's about. I would say it's probably better to me. It would be a little bit better than the Five Guys burger sometimes. I ain't gonna even cap.
Dang,
And it was like you would get
Five Guys.
I'm
no
rolling because I
cap.
don't even
I
like
ain't gonna
Five
lie.
Guys. I'm rolling with it.
Yeah, and it's like some fries, and you get a little lemonade with it. And that joint was like €8, man. I was getting that when I found that spot. I was going there every day after practice. So
That's hard.
that was my go to out there.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. It sound like some good eats out here. We over here eating buffoonery out here.
I
So
just
Hey,
got
now I
done
ain't gonna lie.
having
I can't see that. You think that the problem with the American food is it's just bad for you. But as far
yeah,
as taste wise, the like American food is
okay.
shitting on this food. Like I really can't wait to get back home and get some Waffle House, some deli.
Speaking
Like
of Waffle House,
I just
man,
I
I'll
just
go
I
to
just
the
know it's
Waffle House today.
that what I'm saying, man. I can't wait to get back home and get to that. Like I know it ain't good for me, but it tastes good.
now it tastes like home. That's all it is. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah, for sure.
So like, off the court activity, like what is there to do over there? Like what can you do for fun, or like if you like
That's
shopping
the
or whatever, like how is
yeah.
that out there?
That's the bit. I mean, here it's not really too much to do, which is like honestly, it just helped me sit down. Like I really be in the crib. Like I go to every day. My schedule the same. I go wake up, might have practice in the morning, come back, go to lunch, take a nap, go back to practice, and like I'm just in the crib chilling. Like out here is in this city, like it ain't really that much. You know, some places got more than others. Like it's more to do. I'm
Mm,
also it's cold as hell. Like I'm not gonna be
yeah,
outside. Like I'm
also yeah,
yeah, but like it ain't really it ain't really too much to do. But like in Latvia, I had a little more space. Like it was movie theaters out there. You know, they had bowling alleys, they had arcades. Like it really just depends on the city you in and like what you try like to do. Like you know, I just come back, I be playing a game. Like you know what I'm saying? It's almost like you in college. For me, it's like
mm,
I live like I'm in the same way like I'm in college, but I just don't have all my friends with me. You
class
know
and
what I mean?
shit. Yeah,
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 not, no class too. Literally like no class.
yeah,
Like I got practice. I got the same usual schedule, the same routine. Like if I'm not in practice, I'm at the crib chilling, just playing the game. You know, eating, doing what I do, and then I'm probably hanging with my friends. But that's just the biggest thing. You don't really have as much friends. You know what I'm saying? Like to do that. But I think you know it's only my rookie year, my first year. You know, as I like you know, get on and, you know, get to different countries or get to play in different opportunities. Like, you know, you build better, more hobbies, more stuff to do, you know, hopefully eventually, like if my girl get to move out here with me, like that type stuff, like, you know, it'll be,
yeah,
you know, you'll have a little more stuff to do.
for sure, for sure, for sure. I got another question too.
Oh
So
yeah.
my bad, Haji.
No, you
So
good. Good.
as far as the practices, because I know y'all don't practice every day as you would in college or whatever, but intensity in
Uh,
practice.
you practice, I
How's
think we practice more out here. I mean,
oh for real?
yeah, I think they're not, the practices are not as, like you said, like it's different because in college, because college, I don't know if you know, but you got a regulation on how much you can practice in a
Yeah,
week.
I'm already knowing. I
Yeah,
played
there's
football in
yeah,
college.
yeah. So you know, like you got the I forgot what they call it, whatever. But you got a regulation, so it's like you know some like in the off season you only can do 8 hours a week, and then in the
Hmm.
season it's only 20 hours, and then go to 40 or whatever HIPAA or whatever, I mean or whatever I don't know what it's
Yeah,
called, not
it's
HIPAA,
some
but
shit like that, bro. I ain't been
something
to
like
school in a long time.
but yeah, but it's like so they got them regulations. I think they got rid of them now, but over here it's like you can get some coaches like luckily I got a coach that played and he just recently got done playing so he knows like the load on how to like manage our bodies like he's good with that. He's like we'll have practice at 10 a.m. in the morning, it'll just be just shooting for an hour, just some shooting or stuff or like maybe just a lift, then we'll come back at like 3 for practice and that's usually like we start off with some warm-ups, some drills, you know, the typical stuff, probably play like 3 or 4 segments alive and then we out of there in like an hour and a half, which is like pretty good and like
Oh, that's not good.
days after
That's not bad
games,
at
like
all.
we're not doing nothing too bad. But like I've heard of coaches, and I know some people who like who go and play on teams where it's like every day, and they got a 3 hour, 3 hour practice every day, and they just playing, banging. And it's like they like beating their bodies up just because like they coach just think, oh, now we need to go do this. So it's like it can vary on how you kind of it's just you know what type of coaches you get. Like you get some Serbians, some coaches over there, something like that. Like you're gonna be banging up a lot.
Yeah, the motherfuckers
Yeah,
be playing rough as a bitch. I'm already
yeah,
knowing.
yeah. So you get some coaches that you know got a little more player coaches. You know, saying like in college, you know how you got them coaches in college where it's like, man,
Hmm.
he bugging, like he just want us doing this and doing that just for the hell of it, instead of like the
Yeah.
coach that played and like he got a little sense of you know how to kind of manage your bodies and stuff. So
Hmm.
it's that same aspect.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, definitely in college, bro. We had some coaches. You think they snorted a few lines before they came in that bitch.
Yeah,
They
nah,
yelling
for
the
real.
whole practice. They damn near want you to hit for real. And like
Yeah,
we ain't supposed to be hitting in practice. Like,
right,
yeah,
exactly.
bro. I get it.
So definitely, if you could tell your freshman self in college, I know you tore your meniscus. If you could tell your freshman self in college at North Georgia today, what would you tell him? Any advice, anything that you're looking up for yourself, anything you still have aspiring to be? What would you tell your freshman self in college?
I say don't change, bro. Like I just tell them, you know, stay like be you, stay exactly how you was. You know, be us. Like don't be afraid to be yourself. Like be that light, be that shine that you like that you know you are, and everything else is gonna fall in line. Like I honestly, only thing I might say I could go back and change is tell him not to go to New Birth that day and go play. And that's because that's where I ended up getting hurt at. But it's like,
Yeah.
but besides that, it's like, hey, like you know what I'm saying, like stay down. Like no, honestly, no regrets. I'll tell him, yeah, be yourself, brother, dude. Go with your path, go with your goals. You here for a reason. Like you know what I'm saying. You don't got to take any of it for granted. Like enjoy each opportunity, enjoy each day. Like just same thing I tell my little brother. Like I got to play college with my little brother, so it's like all those things. Like I wouldn't change none of that.
And that's another question I got today. I mean, playing college ball with Chase, I see Chase over there killing for North Georgia. How did
Yeah.
that feel knowing that I have my
SEC.
brother playing with me? Literally, like, what was that
Yeah.
feeling?
I mean, it was cool. Honestly, like I never even had. Of course, we always went to the same schools and stuff, but we never really got the actual opportunity to like play at the same time. Besides, like Latonia, he like dressed out a little bit, but like I never like honestly when I was in college, like I never even really thought about it. Like I wasn't thinking like, oh, like bro can come play college with me or like do any of that. Like what I'm saying, I'm just playing, doing my thing. Like I know he gonna have his own path, and like literally one day, like coaches asked me was like, man, what do you think about your brother like coming up here like recruiting him? Like, do you think you like would you like be open to them? Like yeah, hell yeah. Like of course, like I wanted him to create his own path. So it's like I was never really one like, hey, y'all need to go look at my brother. Y'all need to go do this. Like like let him kind of let him build his own way. I want to let him build his own journey. And so when they had the opportunity, and I asked him about it, and he was like, yeah, like he would love to do that. And so it kind of worked out. And and I'm really proud of him because, even in his journey, like it didn't start off all easy peaches and creams for him. Like he didn't just get to walk into the situation like, oh, like my brother's one of the best players, so I can just walk around here and do whatever I want and I'm gonna just have a spot. Like, nah, he had to really go earn his and still get it out the mud. And like, that's why I respect a lot for him because he did that. He stayed down. He took whatever advice, follow whatever, footsteps that I, laid out for him, foundation for him to do. But he, created his own thing from it. It's way separate from my path, way separate from my journey, and and it may look way different from my career, but like he still earned his and he earned, what he's been given. And I think, that's what makes me more proud of him the most. Of course, I love the fact that we got to, like the first year he was there, he redshirted, so we didn't get to play on the court at the same that year. But the next year, like, there was a lot of up and downs, injuries. Like he stepped up, he battled, he played. He didn't get playtime. He got playtime. He came back. He did this. He earned his different things. He earned his scholarship. He earned everything he got. So that's what makes me more proud of him the most.
I ain't gonna lie. Is Chase on his senior year right now?
Yeah, he has another year because he redshirted, but this is his senior year though. But he's gonna play another year though.
Be a graduate player.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's down there smooth. So
Real.
my next question, or it's more so, I was telling him before you joined back, like I was at the game y'all junior year when y'all played Columbia, bro, and
I
I get to
remember
the
that game
game.
too.
I get to the game, bro, and all I'm hearing is Frank Champion, like, bro, Frank Cole, bro, like you need to watch out for this nigga Frank, like he good, and I'm like, shit, y'all to my little Frank, like, and I see you, bro. I told him I was like, bro, I hadn't seen you since you was a kid, bro. You came out, you was damn near the biggest motherfucker on the court. And I
Yeah.
was telling him like, cause when I watch basketball, bro, like I really pay attention to like the small things. Like I appreciate real talent. Like you know what I'm saying? Cause like you said, like a lot of people, and I've been like I felt this way since I was a kid. A lot of people that's ranked, bro, be ranked. Like we went unranked, and a lot of people be ranked because they go to the right camps, bro, or they just in
Yeah.
the right places.
Mm.
But I seen you hoop, bro, and I was telling Haji like, bro, you had good ass footwork like young, like early, bro. Like, and that's you don't see that in high school for real. Most bigs, they rely on they elbows, bro. They drop stepping, or you know what I'm saying. It's a 1-2, and that's how they get they money. But like, you really had good ass footwork, bro, at an early
Great,
age. Like,
great
and
IQ too. Can't forget
great
about
IQ, yeah. Like, and
Yeah.
I left the game damn near. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know you weren't ranked, bro. I thought you was ranked for real, cause shit, like the way folks was talking about you, and then watching you hoop, bro. And then even when I came back home and I seen you play at Latonia, I had no idea you had transferred to Latonia, and I was like,
Yeah.
I damn near thought you and Eric was gonna do it that year for real, cause you know
Yeah.
Latonia, we was good every year, bro. We lose in the Elite Eight or the Final Four,
Nah, we
and
definitely should have. We sold in the Elite Eight, but we definitely could have. We should have won that, John. Though.
But yeah, so
But
I want to take my hat out to you for that, bro.
yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, no, it's funny you say that though, because it's just like I didn't play big until I got to like until Arabia. Like I was always like I always played guard like my whole life. Like I've been tall, but like I always was like the point guard, and I think that like I'm glad I got to have that journey early because it helped. Like it's the reason why I can like handle the ball now and see the floor well and use my footwork and advantages is because I like played guard all my life until like
Yeah,
my junior year at Arabia, they started putting me at forward a little more, and I really wasn't accepting to it at first. But then I'm like, you know what, like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But when I got to Latonia and like Corker, it was like, man, you play if you play power forward, let me like really teach you to do this and hold in, like you can go play ball at school, man. And like I was like, all right, like he told me like don't change your game, like play the way you play, but like you need to add this
add
inside
this.
presence
Yeah,
doing and this is
that's
like
definitely Corker.
it'll
Yeah,
make you so much better. And ever since then, like now I get in the post and I feel like, that's my favorite. One of my favorite things to do is to get down in the post. How I may make it look. It may look different in different times, but it's like footwork too. That's how I got.
that boy Wi-Fi tweaking.
Yeah, oh God, it was tweaking, Frank. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I ain't gonna lie, you repeat that one more time, brother.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi cut out.
Which part?
The last part about how Corker kind of like evolved you being that four position.
Oh yeah. Just him telling me, to be able to just telling me like, like I know this is your game and doing this, like don't change it. But like if you can add this inside presence, like, be a forward or be like a, add this post game, add these different inside out attacks, like you could be a player in college. And that just ever since then, like I use that mindset and that mentality. And it's like, now I love to, like, I play inside out, like that's my game. Like I can put my back to the basket, I can face up, you know what I'm saying, like I'm still stretching out a little more as far as shooting wise, but like it just helped me to be able to give different aspects into my game. And I said I got, and I played a little soccer earlier in my days too, so that added to my footwork. Got that out of Haji bag right there. Haji didn't want to see that.
I remember that too, and it's crazy because I'm like Frank finna play soccer, and it was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, footwork. But then again, it's like the footwork been there. When I first seen Frank, it was literally, I don't think he remembered, but literally Coach Whitening had this little tournament where like everybody kind of like got to showcase themselves.
Yeah, I
And
remember
then
that.
I remember they had a 3-point contest, and then Buddy was just shooting it and making it. I'm like, yo, is he an upperclassman? I'm like, yo, this nigga not missing shit. You feel me? Excuse my language. I'm like, bro, not missing nothing. And he just like, they like, nah, bro, not great. And I was like, oh. So then, I mean, once I like got to know Frank more and see his game, bro, like I'm a teammate saying this, a former teammate, like everything he did, bro, he came in and put the work in for it, bro. Like that man was working nonstop. Even at Lucius Sanders, even the summer league game, like Frank would stay after just to put that work in. So that always made me respect Frank and his game because I knew that he always loved the game of basketball. So definitely too. And then the footwork is just something that added on to it. Like even when we played Latonia, I believe the second matchup we played on, we tied them halftime, bro. Frank and Eric scored like 25, 30 combined.
Bro, I think I was at that game
to
too.
kill us, gang. And I'm just like, we can't stop Frank. So what we gonna do? We gotta double team Frank, but it's like Frank can easily get the bucket or pass to the tub. And then Eric was doing what, so they both were doing what they wanted to do. So then there I knew like, bro, he can definitely go far with this into the NBA. Like I was even seeing Frank NBA 2-time player of the year for a conference, bro. Like I'm going to Clayton State GG UNG games, bro. This man going off. I went there when they played Columbus when Jerry was up there. That man going off. So it's like, bro, when you see the consistency and everything he's saying, bro, like I may have been there most time, but I can like confirm it to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That man puts the work in every day. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Frank because at the end of the day, bro, it take motivation to do that. And the fact that he had
make it out the east side,
do it, bro,
you already know
everything. Something I do want to ask. That'll probably be my last one. I'll probably let Zoe ask a couple. What would you tell to the younger kids today? I feel like you'll be a perfect example, especially what you came from. Definitely having to show yourself why you're the best player on the team. What would you advise the other kids today that are basically don't know what they want to do? They feel like basketball is something that they want to do, but they're not really knowing on the next steps to do it. What would you
Yeah.
basically advise somebody?
I'll just say whatever whatever that looks like for like whatever it is you're doing, whether that's sports, basketball, anything like, to just be confident in it. You know what I'm saying? Trust the process. Trust the plan that God has for you. Don't shortcome yourself either. Like don't think, okay, this is where I got to start at, and this is not my end goal. So now I don't know if I want to chase it or be afraid of it. Like, everybody got to start somewhere, and everybody's path is not gonna look the same. So it's like whatever your path is, like you take that head on, trust God and put everything into it. Like, don't really give up, every like you gotta all start somewhere. Like even those guys that they may see and it's like, man, he making this much money or he's at this type of goal, like even he had to start somewhere. Like his path may have been easier, may have started different from yours, but like you gotta start somewhere. So I would just say, be confident in that, trust God, pray on it, but also know that you gotta put your work in, you gotta put your confidence in, you gotta take control of what's in your hands. You gotta take that and don't take it for granted.
No, that's the realest answer you could give anybody. I swear on God. I'm gonna even take that to motivational. You know what I'm saying? The things I gotta do. So I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate them words, man. Real
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
Shit.
What you got going, Zoe?
Had to step out real quick, sent him to sleep. But shit, my next question, bro, just like, is there anything like you working you want to add on to your game? Like how you go about that?
I mean, definitely like shooting. I think for me, that's probably the net. Like, I think I got my strengths, and that's what I have have confidence in, and what I rely on. Like, I play to my strengths, and that's as a good player, I think the best players are ones who play to their strengths. But I think for me, it's just adding, being able to shoot, as consistent basis, and having that as a weapon. For me, it's just something I'm trying to hone on and really add to my game because I know for the next level and where I'm trying to be at and where I want to play, like that's what I'm going to need to be able to do. So just, building on those weaknesses and really honestly just like being more consistent with maintaining my body, like eating the best, like when I get home, making sure that I like being out here, like I've kind of been forced to eat better. But so like when I get home, just making sure I kind of keep up with that. Like, I am a
Yeah,
professional
for
athlete now,
sure.
so I got to be able to
Yeah,
operate at that same level, making sure, like I know I'm gonna get the work in, I know, but like also got to take care of my body, got to stretch, got to, got to do all those little things that, when you're 20, 22, 21 in college, it's like, man, I can eat whatever because I know I'm finna go
hmm,
have the craziest
definitely
workout
going.
ever, the next
Yeah,
day and for 5 days a week. And I can, I ain't really stretching and carrying that much because I'm young,
yeah,
but like I now like to have the career that I want to have and the career that I'm hoping that I can have, like I it's gonna take, a little more attention to detail on those little things.
for sure. That I definitely agree, bro. Because that's one thing too. Like I didn't realize when you were younger, bro. Like, and you hear the older people tell you, like, bro, you need to stretch, you need to do this, that, the third, and like,
Yeah.
shit. When I first joined the Navy, bro, like all we did was hoop. Even in, bro, when I was in college, like I told Haji the other day, like I was in college, I went to my football workouts, went to practice, but like outside of that, bro, I was hooping every day. Like I damn
Yeah.
near when I was there, I was about to quit the football team and go play on the basketball team, bro, just cause like my love wasn't football. I was just good at it, bro. So like, oh, I'm here for this, but I really want to do this. And man, like I wasn't stretching. I was eating bullshit, bro. I was doing a whole lot of stuff, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I could have done my life
Typical
in.
what a young kid would do.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Then I go join the military. I'm hooping every day. And then, bro, when I hit like shit 20, let's say like 23, bro, that's when like I wake up, like I go hoop, I ain't stretch or nothing. I'm eating bullshit. I wake up the next day and I'm feeling it, bro. Like especially now, like I'm about to turn 26. Like, bro, if I was to go hoop and without stretching, I damn near probably need to go to the hospital, bro. Like, I mean, and I work out and all types of shit like that.
Yeah.
And especially post injury, like I don't think a lot of people realize like how hard it is, like coming back from a big injury. Like, this not a sprained ankle. This not a, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really tore. Like, you really need this stuff to walk, run, and jump. Like, bro, and I tore my
Yeah.
patella. Like, I couldn't walk, bro. Like that alone, I'm like it kind of drove me crazy because I'm like, bro, I'm so used to running and being on go and like rehab. I'm going at
Slow
it
you
in
down.
rehab, and
Yeah.
it's like, bro, like the first time I hooped, I think I was so in my head, like, bro, my knee gonna get fucked up, bro, or somebody gonna run into my knee, bro. I'm about to be right back where I was, and I feel a lot of people they don't understand how hard and like focused and locked in you got to be to even come back from a torn meniscus, a torn patella, a torn ACL. So I ain't even know you went through all that, bro. So that's definitely I definitely got to give my hat off to you because for me experiencing something similar, bro, like that's definitely great, bro. Because I didn't
Appreciate
see people. I work with people now, bro. Like I work with a dude. He was a 5-star safety, played for Virginia Tech. Like he tore his ACL and never came back from it. Like
Damn.
cause like yeah, bro, I just left. Like I just quit football after that. Like you know what I'm saying. So definitely hats off to you for keeping up and fighting through that, bro. Because a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely smooth, bro. That's definitely smooth.
that.
And then the impact of injuries too, like you already
Mm-hmm.
know you need a waiver to join the military after you did something. Like even when because Frank, I told my ACL literally
Yeah.
the beginning before even the season started. I told my ACL, so like
Yeah.
that already still hurting me to this day, where I have to get a waiver to join the military just for my 20 ACL that I haven't even really worried about in 2 years. Even with my elbow, when I like first like started playing basketball, just regular runs, and then I ended up falling and dislocating my elbow, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That injury just makes you not even want to like see the sport. Like, even with me, like I barely hoop. Like, I'll just probably record something, or I'll probably be in the house playing the game. But it's like, I
Yeah.
don't know. It kind of like builds more. Not fear is the word, but kind of intuition. Not to show, really showing me that I don't know if this is gonna happen again. I don't know what's gonna outcome gonna be. So I ain't gonna lie, did big shout out to Frank for definitely like sticking that through, and then
Yeah, bro, for sure.
and with me even watching him towards meniscus, how he even progressed, not progress, but progressed into him being the player he is today. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's definitely shout out, and I ain't gonna lie, just a big motivation because there's a lot of people out there that was looking up to that moment, and then they seen what you overcame. So
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie,
I
definitely shout
appreciate
out.
that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Definitely. Before I go, I will ask you this: like, what is like a welcome to the pros moment you've gotten already, or if it wasn't even pros, like a welcome to basketball moment, and like, when did you realize that this sport you're going to be able to take professionally? Like, what stage was it? High school? Was it college? When you were UNG or
Uh,
Chattanooga?
definitely, I'll say college. I'll say. I mean, like once I really got my feet running and I say it's kind of funny. I remember actually it was my freshman year at North Georgia, and I remember Coach Dan. He was showing me like I think we had been practicing, had been doing for a little bit, and he was showing me like film on one of his old players, and he was like, "Yeah, this is one of my old players right here." He's like, man, he was a really good player for me. Like he's playing professional now. I've been playing for a couple years. Like, and he was showing me, he was like, these are some of the things that like he honed on when we were playing. Like he was showing me some clips of him, and like, and me, just a naive kid, I'm sitting in my head, I'm thinking like, man, I'm better than him now.
I'm better than yeah, bro. Every
Like I'm
time,
watching that guy, and I'm just thinking in my head, like I'm way better than that guy. Like I think I can be, you know what I'm saying? Like, but his coach just showing me, giving me some props. Like, I don't even know if I ever even told him this story. I actually have to tell him this next time I talk to him. But like, just tell him, like I remember he's just showing me, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I appreciate it. Like it showed me the interest in the potential he saw in me. But I'm thinking, man, I'm confident I'm better than that guy now. Like I can do exactly what he doing, if not, to my extent. So why I don't see why I can't be playing professional if he's doing that. And I've never been like the one that like, oh, like it's got to be NBA or bust. Like I was open to any
yeah,
opportunity, that came to me. Like of course, you want to get to the NBA, you want to, however that works. But like I said, we all got our path, and so however that looks. that's winning for me. And I say my pro moment, I don't know. I think I might have caught an elbow or something that was just like, all right, maybe these guys are a little more physical, maybe something like that. Nothing crazy yet though. Hopefully I don't got to experience nothing like that though.
Most definitely. I mean, shit. At the end of the day, we all here to congratulate you. Definitely great luck. I'm not gonna say great luck because I know it's gonna happen, but definitely looking forward to seeing what the season has for you on the bigger and better things. Definitely also want to give you a shout out again for coming on here. Definitely speaking about everything that basketball has done to really experience, but influence you and how you can influence others as well. So definitely want to give a big shout out to you again today, Frank.
Sure.
We talk facts podcast. Gonna call it for a day. Definitely want to give a big shout out again to Frank for definitely coming on here and definitely speaking to us today. I'm gonna let Zoe and Frank close it out. This Al Haji. Definitely I'm gonna catch y'all.
Shout out Frank, bro. Appreciate you for coming through, man. We talk fast podcast. Your boy Zoe. Another good one today. We out, man.
And we definitely gonna have him here for the future too. So definitely
Yeah,
we'll
no
be
doubt.
tuning in to Frank too. Definitely having more info and
He get in
stats.
the Euro League or he get that NBA call, bro. We gotta get him on there.
Yes,
We
sir.
gonna
Bro.
we
No
gonna
cap.
definitely have
Have me, man. Yep. Yes, sir.
all right, so we gonna catch y'all. We talk fast podcast, athlete of the week, Franklin champion. I hope y'all have a great Monday today. Definitely tune in, tap in, subscribe, and we outie. All right.